Hey everyone, my name is Justin Malloy and welcome to day 32 of my MentalFit Challenge. The MentalFit Challenge is a program I put together for myself so that I really enjoy doing the things that progress me in life. I'm going to be working on that saying because the MentalFit Challenge has changed quite a bit since I started doing it, as I was the one who made it. So that little catchphrase is probably going to change in the next couple of days, so watch out for that. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about today. The first is that my brother, Jacob, he is going through this MentalFit challenge with me. And yesterday he posted his first video on Facebook. And I want to say I'm really proud of him for that. It's hard, especially with this MentalFit stuff, which is really personal and connected a lot to the things that you really fear about sharing and the parts of yourself you don't really like. To kind of put yourself out there in this sort of way. And so I kind of want to just publicly put out a shout out for him, that he's been doing really well about being vulnerable and having the courage to be able to move forward through that sort of vulnerability. So that was one of the things. Another one is tomorrow is a Friday, which means it is the next, it is the time that I tell you guys the next change that's happening for me. And it's also the time that Jacob and one of the friend that's doing this, who shall remain unnamed for now until he decides that he wants to go public with the sort of growth that he's doing. That's when I tell them their changes as well. So it's Fridays are big days now, and it's been kind of a lot of fun to have some more people on this for me. And I'm wearing this vest because it's cold, and I'm small now, so I don't have any insulating layer. And so I'm really happy to have other people in this program with me, kind of going through these changes. It makes it all feel a lot more relevant than just me kind of going through it alone. So that's kind of nice. So the thing I want to talk about today involves a little bit of what I talked about yesterday in the self-sufficiency 2 years from now. In my mind, that is a pretty easy goal. 2 years is a long time to grow and try things and do things and find a pattern of production that makes money. I consider myself pretty smart, so that's not really a big problem for me. But one of the things that I'm thinking about right now, and I don't know if I know I talked about the MentalFit program being sort of the basis for a program that I can put out to help other people, but it's also, I have a lot of examples and sort of formulae to work off of to not only make my own program but use that as a product for a business. So it's been that's been sort of the path I've been going down for MentalFit, and the people that I'm working with, my brother and my friend, when I talk to them about how they're doing in these changes and what they feel, they give me feedback, right? So I can work on it. So yesterday I was talking to Jacob, and he talked about, in Buddhism, mindfulness is the key, where identity is kind of just like this shield you put up for yourself, and mindfulness, awareness, and being in the moment are really the things that allow you to be happy and stable. So that was interesting to me. And so now I'm reading a book that contains the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Vietnamese Buddhist monk, who was around a little while ago. He did a lot of stuff. There's a foreword in the book and sort of an introduction sort of thing to his life, and he did a lot. And it was really interesting because interspersed between these big sort of really impressive things that he did was, a few years of, and then he went to a farm. He he created a small farm, and he was there for a few years greeting travelers and just kind of tending to the farm and binding books and, living a very simple life. And so there's a fun dichotomy in his history with that. And the book is making a lot of sense to me, where it's basically just being aware of where you are right now, and that's it, right? And that's just the skill that the first part of this book talks about. And I'm probably about a third of the way in, so not very far, but it's been very interesting for me to put into practice, because it's essentially, anytime you feel like you're not connected with now, you take a deep breath in and you think of the word in, and then you blow that breath out and you think of the word out, and you do that 1 to 3 times, however many you need to really be in the moment, and then you're back. And that's it. That's the whole that's the whole thing. And the book is just different situations that are most common for people to kind of lose their cool or focus on the destination instead of the journey, things like that. And I've been feeling a lot more relaxed and frankly in control of what I'm doing since I've been doing that. Now I haven't been doing it for very long. I'm doing it for about a day. So probably mid next week will probably be a bit better of a data set. So we'll see where I'm at over there. But yeah, I'm excited for this sort of additional shift in perspective. And what I suspect is that my research on identity and what makes it up, which are the habits and rituals that you have for yourself, and your place within other communities. The other communities part is not really something that I tackle, because most people don't really have control over creating their own community. They usually either get adopted into one or luck out, and a random group of people come together, and that's the sort of like fiction adventure dream. A bunch of random people come together towards a common goal. But the program right now is all based on ritualizing, habitualizing things under your control, where you actually have the power to make some change there. My nose. Making your bed and having a skincare routine and things along those lines. And that's, creating some sort of foundational activities that you can fall back on. And then I'm excited to see how I can integrate the Buddhist teachings that I am learning right now through these books into the program, and seeing if there's any overlap there. Because the idea of this program is to get people to a place where environmental factors do not prevent them from continuing to move towards their North Star, right? Or they never feel like they have to quit, or that they're not good enough to keep going, right? And I think from what I've been reading, this is a valuable addition to what I've been researching. So I'm excited to see how that kind of all goes, and how I can integrate that. But it's every step is sort of one step closer to having this program that actually does a thing that I can help other people with, right? And entrepreneurs are people that see a problem and solve a problem. And then, have the right business marketing strategy. And that last part, I think, is the easiest, just coming from a background in marketing. So I think it'll all work out. But as always, hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.